What's up, America?
May-ha!
You're watching Laketoria Nights, a show where we talk about movies, TV shows, video games, and everything in between. I'm Kevin, a member of the Spider family, joined by Andy, a member of the Guardians, and CJ, a member of the X-Men. Say hello, guys.
X-Men, X today.
Coming your way.
Magneto's hordes are on the... No, I'm just kidding.
All right, okay, yeah, that's great, that's terrific. Today we're going to talk about the movie Antman and the Wasp. This is the 20th film in the MCU. This film is desperately needed after Infinity War. I like to think of this movie more of a palate cleanser, if anything else. It's definitely had the laughs. There's more laughs in this one than there was in the first one.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah. So let's kick things off with my first question. Was this movie better than the first one?
I'll start off. In short answer, yes, it definitely was. But for not the reasons that people would think it's better. Like, story-wise, sure, okay. I think we're all waiting to see how it tied into Infinity Wars. And everything else was kind of secondary. But the comedy, and I think we'll get to that a little later in the episode, is what made it so much better than the first one. It was an enjoyable movie.
Okay. Well, what about you, Andy?
I got to agree with CJ. Definitely better. I don't know if right now it's just personal bias because of the timing of the movie. I needed whatever the next Marvel movie was going to be. I needed comedy. Like you said, it was a palate cleanser. It did its job. I needed the laughs. I needed some lighthearted moments after what was a very, very serious and, depressing movie in Infinity War.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
Ouch. Ouch. Well, I guess for me, I'm not sure. I'm still on the fence. And I think the reason why I'm on the fence is because the villain in the movie seemed very weak to me. I know that the MCU did kind of change up the Ghost's background and her motivations and everything. To me, I kind of felt like the first one had a better villain, although this one was a little bit funnier. It kind of felt like to me that it was just a chase movie. Everyone was running after this one thing, and no one was really a villain. It was just they're after one thing. And I'm okay with movies that don't have villains. It's just, I feel like, once again, I was lied to in the previews, because when you see the Ghost, you're thinking, oh man, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be a cool fight, because the Ghost is like an Iron Man villain, and I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to see how this turns out. And then it's more along the lines of, oh, well, wait, we decided, is this spoiler? This is non-spoiler spoiler. I forgot to talk about that before I continue on.
At this point, Kevin, since you already named the villain and a bunch of other stuff, I think we're just gonna let the spoiler flag fly free.
All right, fine. Then it's flying free. So it's just, she has issues. I guess more or less you do kind of see her point of view and why she's acting the way she is. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, okay, that's fine, I guess. But I wish she was more. I don't know. I wanted more out of her, because you don't really get that kind of ending at the end when her problem's fixed. She's still just kind of there. Yeah,
I think the real thing was that they didn't make her a true villain. She wasn't a character that you hated at like the height of their peak villainy. They weren't really somebody that you cared about too much, because even at the very end, her end game was, I'm gonna kill this woman, or sort of kill this woman to heal myself. And everyone was like, no, don't. And I'm sitting here like, I've never even seen this woman before, really. So I don't have any emotional attachment to the person that they're talking about killing off.
Right.
I agree with you, because I feel like, in all fairness, I wasn't really attached to Janet Van Dyne at all. Like, in the movie, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But what about that scene when she took over Scott's body, and you're just like, okay, this is the whole thing that they've been trying to work towards. This is the woman they're trying to save. I mean, that had no type of effect on you when you're like, okay, here's what the whole movie's about.
I was waiting for Thanos to come around the corner, like, at every turn when I watched this movie. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was waiting for people to start disappearing so we can get into what I wanted to see. And so I can honestly say I went into the movie kind of closed-minded, and after going back and watching it
closed-minded, you were just expecting something different than what you got.
Exactly, and I'm like, what I got wasn't bad. It just wasn't what I expected. I guess I went into it really not attached to anyone but Michael Pena.
Oh, since he was the star of the movie, obviously.
Yes,
Well, yeah.
Michael Pena featuring Antman and the Wasp.
Yo, for real though, can we talk about how this guy, like, single-handedly made that movie?
I need him to be in Avengers 4 somehow.
He just appears to tell the story.
He's just gonna be in one of Tony's suits.
He has to help Ant-Man to get out.
Hopefully he wasn't erased.
It's true, they don't actually confirm or deny that.
I'd be so sad if he did get erased.
I feel like they probably kept it off screen so they could be like, wait, do people want more of this character? Okay, this is our selling point. This is how we're gonna get the next
It's like,
movie.
we need to want more of this character. He had all the best lines in the movie.
I know.
If he was erased, the two biggest people erased in the whole cinematic universe would be Spider-Man and him.
You put him at number 2 out of everybody else.
Yeah.
Not Scarlet Witch.
Nope, bye.
Not Black Panther.
Peace out. Wakanda forever. See you later.
Like, ouch. Not even Winter Soldier. You're like, nope, no.
Bye. See ya.
Wow. Okay, then.
Or
Well,
wow.
Yes, au revoir. Moving on. If you had to grade this movie, what grade would you give it?
B minus. It wasn't awful or anything like that. It did give you a lot of insight of the quantum realm or quantum zone. I think through doing that and having movies like this and Doctor Strange in general, it's going to be a way to bring in a lot more Marvel properties, like this movie in particular, and where they may be going with Avengers 4. I'm looking at it as it was a solid entry into the Marvel universe. It wasn't like over the top great like an Infinity Wars or Civil War, but it wasn't awful like Iron Man 3 or Thor 2.
I love that that's just your go-to every time.
Those are the worst movies I've ever seen in a Marvel cinematic universe. In this cinematic universe. Because I've seen plenty of worse Marvel movies like Ghost Rider and Elektra and Daredevil and Fantastic Four. And
Those are all owned by Fox. And
it looks like there's
I
a
like to
pattern
think
here.
that I like to think that Iron Man 3 is better than Fan 4 Stick.
Oh,
That's
why'd
just
you call it that?
That's just Fantastic Four. That was just uncomfortable to watch. Like, the acting really seemed like something unsavory went on set, and they still had to go act afterwards.
They were like,
None of
okay,
them,
guys,
with the exception of Michael B. Jordan, are good enough to act after something like that happens.
did you memorize your lines? Yeah, okay, now I want you to read them, while Jeff over here rips a huge fart.
Like that movie was awful on so many levels, and they ruined so many characters. Like, I've never seen something bad and then be rebooted to be worse.
All right, so what about you, Andy? What grade would you give it?
I gotta go with like a B+, somewhere in that neighborhood anyways. Like I said, I don't know if it was just because I'm still in that sort of buffer zone between like Infinity War and then comedy Marvel movie.
Right.
But for me, it hit the right spots. I wanted some laughs, and it gave them to me. So, props to Michael Pena for starring in this movie.
Agreed. He really should have got his own poster.
Fair enough. I think I agree with CJ here with this one. I think I would give it a B-, and I think my only complaint is the villain, that there was no villain, and...
First one didn't really have a villain.
Yeah, the first one did. Yellow Jacket was the villain.
For like 5 minutes.
Not for 5 minutes. It was built up. He was after the technology. He made his own suit. He had a connection with Hank Pym.
You know
and
what
was just like, this is what I'm doing.
You know who he was? He was a guy who was trying to grab the brass ring at a company where Hank Pym was just holding the brass ring and dangling it like a carrot. He finally got pissed off.
Come on, jump!
I still think that guy was a better villain than Ghost in this
He was
movie.
like,
because
he
feel for that guy.
He even begged Hank to help him and give him the secret and everything like that. This could have all been avoided because it wasn't like he was trying to get into villainy or anything like that. He was trying to sell stuff to the military, like Tony Stark.
He was still the villain of the
They
movie.
took our jobs.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyway.
Hank Pym took our jobs.
Do we have any final words for Ant-Man before we head out?
I think the movie gets an A+ based on Pena's performance solo. If we cut every other character out of the movie,
How great would it be if he got an Oscar for his performance?
that would be the fucking funniest thing ever.
The first Marvel movie to get an Oscar, and it would be him.
Best
And it would be
supporting
for like
cast.
best supporting actor.
Oh, that'd be great.
Dude, I think my favorite scene in that movie is still when they're like, go into the Hot Wheels container, and he's got like all these badass looking cars, and he pulls out the one with fucking flames on the side of it,
He
like
at
a
least needs-
60-year-old kid.
He at least needs to get a Kid's Choice Award. A Moon Man, or a little submarine and he can get slimed or something. He needs to get some award for that performance, though.
Oh my
I
god.
also want to give props to the CG team and the fight choreographer,
Yeah,
For the
the movie
movie.
did look really good.
because like they have been crushing it lately. I
It's
mean,
a good run of Marvel movies you can get.
yeah, there really has. I mean, no, I don't think any movie's really going to top the CG from Doctor Strange, because that was like the movie that you would want to be on drugs for. Side note, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
But if you were, watch Doctor Strange. I think you'd find something interesting.
Oh my god.
Only do drugs if Doctor Strange comes to you and repeatedly tells you that he has a
No!
proposition for you.
No! Don't do any drugs!
I'm
None.
here
Okay.
to bargain.
Alright, no, okay, fine. That's it. That's it. We're done. We're done for today. We're
I'm here to
done.
bargain with you.
No bargaining.
In all seriousness, I do want to give mad props to the fight choreographer, because I think they did a lot of really cool stuff in that space of people that can grow and shrink while they're fighting. Are we averaging this? B?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess the average is coming out to be a B then. Alright, that's fine.
I
So
was just
then,
trying to give it our movie grade, man.
okay, fine. The movie grade altogether from all of us is going to be a collective B then, from all
You
of
know,
us and everything.
meh.
It's a meh. Yeah, that's right. It's a meh. So, that's all we have for today. Thank you for watching Laketoria Nights. Please like and subscribe. Maybe help us out. Tell a friend. Maybe share one of our videos on Facebook, or, subscribe. That's cool too if you want. All right. All right then. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.